Good morning, esteemed viewer. It is August, and we are already feeling the heat of politics ahead of 2027 general elections, with political activities taking up major discussions across the country. One can only wonder how the next year will be. Another issue that has remained on the front burner is the reports of insecurity. From the east to the west to the north to the south, it is either the case of attacks on communities or some individuals, killing others for some reasons. High cost of goods and services are still staring us in the face. The rainy season is also playing its own part of this at this time. Heavy rain and devastating flooding recorded in some areas already. Since we are in August, we hope that the so-called August break will take its course. Indeed, there is no dull moment in Nigeria. On this note, I welcome you to the Sunday show on your channel of choice, Africa Independent Television AIT, this beautiful Sunday morning. My name is Obi Ajuru Iwirumo. We're glad you could join us again. The Sunday show remains in the business of identifying topical issues and seeking ways to address them through engagement of experts and well-informed personalities. On the show today, we shall be exploring various aspects of youth development, especially the areas of career choices. Interestingly, it has been an age-long debate, but a topic that deserves routine and critical analysis to enable young people make informed decisions that can shape their future. Every day there is a gradual transition from one stage to another in everyone's life, considering how critical this issue is, especially in the development of the young adults and perhaps those who still have the opportunity to retrace their steps career-wise. The Sunday show will be interacting, I beg your pardon, with highly experienced and renowned life coaches to help us understand where we are headed. All right, the discussion segment will come right away after this time out, but not until we serve you with the news of the week. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're still tuned to the Sunday show on AIT. I tried to look for figures but found out that it is impossible to pinpoint the exact number of Nigerians who have made career mistakes. But studies suggest a significant portion of young people in Nigeria making career choices without adequate guidance, heading to potential regrets and career dissatisfaction. Should career choices be driven by personal interest or job demands? This is one of the numerous questions we shall be putting forward to our discussants on the show today. We often hear the sayings that one is likely to succeed so long as he or she loves what he does. Some others will ask if that situation is applicable to the current state of Nigerian economy, where one stream of income is insufficient to raise a family. Well, without wasting much of your time, I will introduce our guests for the show today.
Grab your seats and join us on the most fascinating 60-minute infotainment journey, showing on your favorite TV channel, Africa Independent Television, AIT. Analysis on topical national issues, news, sports, and entertainment are on the menu. It's a show you do not want to miss. It is The Sunday Show.
It's still The Sunday Show on Africa Independent Television, AIT. Here is the interview segment. This morning, you already know what we are looking at. I have the opportunity once again to bring to you someone very special, Dr. Akin Fakunda, Executive Director, Aflon Digital Institute, Abuja. Good to have you join us this morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, viewers.
And we will be having Dr. Babatunde Raimi, author, lifestyle coach, poet, and of course educator. He will be joining us via Zoom. All right, but before then, let us begin the interview like this. First of all, I want Dr. Akin Fakunda to let us into what exactly is career path, career choices. There are so many. Let's begin that way.
First, the idea of career is an outdated concept. It was valid in the 50s and the 60s. Career means you choose a path, and until you die, you stay on that line. Many organizations will employ you as a pupil or internship. You will rise to become MD of that particular line of work, and then they provide for your retirement, and they provide pension gratuity for you. So if you are a teacher, you are a teacher for life. If you are agronomist, you're agronomist for life. If you're a pharmacist, you're a pharmacist for life. If you're an engineer, you're an engineer for life. That's the way we are used to. But in this day and age, 2025, that concept has expired. There is no way anybody can have a 25, 30 year doing something. It's even boring in this day and age for you to be doing the same thing for 25 years. So life now is so dynamic. You can't do anything more than 10 years. If you are productive, you'll be bored and move to another thing.
So as an agronomist, will that be boring as well? Because you need to do new innovations.
It will be boring because the way you talk, just grow maize. Even if they agree, you don't grow maize, you start growing mushroom, you start doing hydroponic crops where you grow crop without soil. You diversify into other areas. But to be on one line career is no longer possible. Even if you go do agronomy, you have to go into manufacturing, go into processing. You leave primary production aside and go into processing, manufacturing. So your career has to be dynamic. Oftentimes these days, people switch from agronomy to IT, IT to education, education to planting technology. I'm describing myself. I've made 4 switches in the course of my career, if you can say it that way, and they are all not related.
At all.
And I feel fulfilled making switches 4 times like that. That's the way of the future, even of the present, not even the future.
So what basic traits can someone consider in making a career choice?
You just have to keep your nose open to the world. The world is no longer static. In fact, everything we've known has changed this year with the advent of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence now has destroyed the base of any career totally. So you can just take 1-2 weeks course, you acquire a skill, and your life is turned 180 degrees. Absolutely. You don't need to be in except maybe medicine, some field, but you don't need to be in a place for 4, 5, 6 years learning all kinds of subjects anymore. Artificial intelligence has disrupted the way we take skills, learning, and then career.
Then it means that there's actually no jobs for people anymore.
No, there are jobs.
Because if the artificial intelligence has taken over everything.
There are jobs. Only that jobs require you to have specific skills. You cannot say I have business admin, I read history, I read economics, and then you go in office, you are using query, you are writing memos. No, no, no. You must have, can you do something that can be measured? Can you do something that can be measured physically? Can you sweep the ground, not with broom, but with machines, with robots? You are a sweeper. Basically, you are sweeping the streets with a robot.
With robot.
Yeah.
With machines.
So you are a sweeper, but with tools. You have to learn how to control the robots. You're a photographer, you have to use drones now to take photography. That's the way. You have to empower yourself with skills to use technology.
Even in this broadcasting that we are.
Translation, automatic languages, and all that. You can be a translator, can speak 10 languages now.
Yes. Even when you're on the social media, you have opportunity, possibly you're on a live stream, and some persons join you from different parts of the world while the live stream is on, and they respond to whatever you're saying in their own languages.
Absolutely.
All you need to do is press on that statement he made there for translation, and it pops up the English version.
So your ability to produce, to manage events is being enhanced. That means you cannot really lock yourself into a particular field. You are in a silo, and you will soon be a dinosaur. You will expire if you stay in one place.
So in a situation where our parents make career choice for their children, and most times choices made by parents works out fine, and the ones we make by ourselves sometimes does not also work out fine. So when we find ourselves in such situation, and today with what we have today with the artificial intelligence, what do we do with that kind of?
No, parents in
because
the 50s,
some will tell us go read medicine.
In the 50s, the fields were even so narrow. Engineering, law, medicine. If you know journalism, there was no mass communication those days. Then you are a teacher, what else? But now, there are thousands of small subfields. I've just said now, you are a refuse disposer person, waste disposer. But you use robots now, it's a dignified work to be a waste disposal manager. If you apply robots to it, you are not using broom to sweep the ground anymore. So you can be in a nice suit and be a waste disposer. You can be a mechanic now in white overall like a medical doctor because your car is hybrid car, it's electric car, it's in modules. You take something out of its bad, you fix it back. You don't need to date yourself with engine oil the way we used to. So I like to be a mechanic now. I like to be a mechanic for hybrid cars. People should be a mechanic now.
Does that apply to Nigerian economy today?
Oh, it's already
the way
applied.
Things are.
Many things are going on. You know, it's like a child growing in your house. You don't know how it is growing. Nigerians are very, very open to new things. Only we don't have a government that will harmonize and that will set agenda, that will show the path. We are still living in the old way. A good government now will be dealing with statistics on 6 monthly basis to say these are the new phase coming up, very hot. We have no guidance anymore because we have no government anyway.
That is very serious.
No, it is. If government now, you just go to NYC, they no guidance. They just put them out. We need to be publishing now career options, skill option, not career, skill options. What should you learn? How long will you learn it? Certificate courses, 6 months, 3 months. Have the basic degree. You are educated, you are literate, you can comprehend. That's all degree is about now. After that, we should be...
And in most times, what we actually learned in school is not what we practice.
In school, it's just for comprehension. You can read and assimilate, no more. But what you now do up with that, if you are into cosmetology now, what you need to learn to be a cosmetology to do facials is not just to rub pomade. It's not.
That is very, very serious these days, because when you see ladies now, like me now, if I have to get professionals to do makeup for me, I'm going to look totally different. And
the skill requires to undo dermatology to
6 months.
It's 6 months is enough for you to be making money. You don't need to go and do degree microbiology or whatever anymore at all. So in 2025, the world has changed. Not the way we take career now. Things have changed. We have to be open, and people need guidance, and we haven't got the guidance for the people to know that if you acquire skills, you don't even need to be going overseas anymore. You can stay in Nigeria and work in Nigeria for a company overseas. It's better for you to be here. Once you have internet,
way far cheaper.
You have internet and you have solar power, guaranteed. You can get jobs now. You are in Nigeria. You resume work at around 3 p.m. Nigerian time, because it's 9 a.m. in the U.S. time.
Yes.
And you work, you produce, and you earn more. You earn more if you have the skills.
Experience is the best teacher.
That's where the
because
world
that is what you're practicing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, because you already have people in your employment who are working like that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I have 6 Nigerians who are working in Nigeria in a company which I'm interested in, based in the United States.
Fantastic. Yes, on that note, we want to welcome Dr. Babatunde Raimi, an author, lifestyle coach, poet, and of course, educator. Good morning, Dr. Raimi. Are you there?
Good morning, AIT.
Did you see, are you seeing our dear friend?
Yes.
So it is beautiful having both of you again today on the show.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you've been listening to us. You've been listening. You heard Dr. Fakbonda, and of course, as we look at career choices today.
Yes, I have. I've been listening. I've also been learning, because learning is a continuous process, and whoever is tired of it is tired of life.
So your take in what we have discussed so far?
Thank you very much. You know, I want to say that a career is a journey. It's a journey which depicts the professional life of somebody. And I also want to be quick to separate passion from career. For instance, they used to say that success has so many friends, but failure is an orphan. I recently read the story of, we are still celebrating the success of Nigeria in the women's AFCON Cup. And I listened to the story of the goalkeeper of the Nigerian team, who had always wanted to be a footballer. And somehow, she didn't get this, according to her, she didn't get the support from her both parents. And somehow the mother was still pushing her. Not that the father didn't want to support her career, but we parents want the best for our children. And maybe the father felt women should not play football. Football is a man thing. It shouldn't be a female thing. And long story cut short, today she's successful. Today,
are you still there?
Today she's successful. Today, everybody is hearing her story. And growing up, we ask our children, what do you want to become when you grow up? They tell you, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a lawyer, I want to become an engineer. Just like Dr. Fakbonda said, a career is what you engage in over a period of time and helps to define your legacy.
Wonderful. Good to have you again. All right, now, our societal demands have made some people choose careers outside what they intended, or even a profession that they studied in school. How can one describe this kind of move, Dr. Fakbonda?
Well, as I said earlier in my intervention, the concept of career is no longer applicable the way we know it where you spend 20, 30 years in the same field. Even the field we are talking about now, the field are broken down to too many subfields that if you take medicine now, do you know you can just be an equipment repairer to repair CAT scan, radiography equipment, just specialize in repairing equipment. Equipment 30 million, 60 million to do X-ray, to do scan. You're not even a medical doctor giving injections and treating people. So you might have learned something related to maybe thoracic, whatever, internal medicine. But you can divert to equipment maintenance within medicine. So there are so many micro subfields now that you do something yesterday, tomorrow you change to another thing entirely. But you have to acquire a special skill for it. If you did surgery before, you don't like surgery again, you want to repairing robots to do equipment, then you have to go to mechanical engineering. And not mechanical, electrical, mechanical engineering. So too many things are broken down into pieces, and they are all interrelated. So one skill is no longer enough for you to be a career person. Even within medicine, within engineering, within agriculture, within management.
Even broadcasting.
Even broadcasting. You can just be online broadcaster, just managing YouTube. And you have no studio of your own. Your studio is online. And you are successful as somebody like AIT, if you do it very well. That's how it is.
Dr. Raimi, are you there?
Yes.
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 You heard what Dr. Akin said. Dr. Fakun.
Yes.
Yes. Your take on that part.
Okay, so yeah, my take on that is that you know, while so many of us, while growing up, we had wanted to be one maybe engineer, doctor, musician, and the likes. You have to consider that the personal environment is unpredictable. Like today, you can't predict the political, economic, social, technological, and legal environments over a period of time. That you know things are not as settled as they are supposed to be. That will make you say, in 5 years' time, I want to become this. I want to be able to achieve this. You know, things are changing very well, which is actually affecting us, affecting our income, affecting the economic power. In fact, to move up the ladder in your career, you also need money to do that. And today you see people saying, I want to, whatever it is that they are doing now, whether you want to move up the ladder, beyond consistency, you also need money to push. You need to go to school. You need to get additional certificates. You need all those things. So the environment is not very conducive for everybody to, you know, really function and push in the career that they have always loved. But I know that for some who are diligent, who are intentional, but not for everybody, because if you, like Dr. Fakunda said, so many people some of us went to university, and you can see somebody who studied Yoruba working in the bank. You understand? Somebody who studied Yoruba is not supposed to be a linguist or working somewhere where that thing that the person studied will be very valuable to the other people. So I think that to a large extent, the environment is not very conducive. That's one of the reasons why people are not able to really follow their career and maximize their potentials therein.
Dr. Fakunda, you heard what Dr. Raimi said in respect of the situation on ground, especially in Nigeria. The government not making it possible or enabling environment for people to function in their chosen career. What can be done? What do you have to say to the government today? And of course, Nigerians who are also watching us this morning.
About Dr. Raimi's take, there's a little slant that it may be negative. It is not, in my opinion.
Okay. Go ahead.
We are in a dynamic environment. The world is moving rapidly. We have to move with the world. Whatever you say you studied 2 years ago, what you are studying now, it's expiring. You can't do anything about it. It's expiring. So what the government, because as I said respectfully, we haven't got government the real sense of it. Government is like a father, grandfather in a family. A father will see ahead and say, this is what will happen. Our government is too preoccupied with elections and things. They are not giving us guidance. As I said, there ought to be a publication every 6 months in Nigeria that says these are the options that you must be thinking about to tantalize citizens. Individuals are just making their own decisions anyhow. For example, government would have said, start trying to repair hybrid vehicles, cars that can take petrol and electricity.
First of all, for them to even do that, the enabling environment is not there. There is no power. Power is an issue.
But see, it will stimulate investment. If government says in the next 2-3 years, more hybrid vehicles will come into Nigeria,
Okay.
who is going to repair them? Who is going to set up solar charging stations? That will even promote investment if government announces that this is where Nigeria is going to go. The government says we are buying 10,000 hybrid buses for all the streets in the next 5 years.
Stops and all that is being commissioned.
So that will stimulate people to go and learn how to repair those buses. You don't just go be a mechanic to be removing spanners or anywhere more. We are channeled to focus a career now on hybrid vehicles, you know. But now there is no guidance. All the hospitals now are buying equipment. Hospitals now have equipment, 30 million, 40 million diagnostic. There is no coherent guidance on what brand. Are we bringing in Philips or Siemens so that you can learn to fix it? We used to have standard cars in Nigeria those days, Peugeot and Toyota. But now Nigeria is a dumping ground.
For every kind of vehicle.
So you don't, whereas if government were to say, we are allowing this majority of cars, people can bring Lamborghini if they want, but for public use, it will be 1, 2, 3 cars. Then you can go ahead and acquire skills and make career in maintaining such vehicles and buses. So individuals are taking decision on their own. If you don't take decision, you perish. That's the way it is.
Dr. Raimi.
Yes, please.
We are at a crossroad. Yes, because doctor just said the government is not giving us guidance and individuals are taking decisions on their own. That means we're taking our future into our own hands. What can be done? How can we as citizens actually preach this message to the government to, you know, help us, give us a direction? What should be done?
Thank you very much. I'm an incurable optimist in Project Nigeria, and I believe that first and foremost, man, know thyself. Man, know thyself. If you have determined that this is what you want to do, like I rightly said, any faith that solely puts the your career on the hands of another person or on the hands of the government, I want to say that it's not a very good faith. So we have to be, as individuals, first, we have to be intentional. It's not like there are not 1 or 2 intervention projects but from the government, but we are saying that government should do more. Government should do more because we are in a country where it is the institution of the country that determines the career that you find yourself. Most people that are civil servants today found they are accidental civil servants. Not that they really wanted to be in the civil service, but somehow, because they could not function in their own career. So that's one of the reasons why they are doing that. You also find our educational system, one of the things that government can also do is our educational system, to a large extent, they need to, you know, just like Dr. Fakunda said, they need to change the curriculum to review things that are current, things that are trending now, so that people can effectively function very well in any of their chosen field. For instance, if somebody says, I want to be a computer engineer today, if you go to our universities today, and a university graduate, a fresh graduate, really put a computer, you know, when you bring a computer system and you bring everything out, can that person really configure the system or even write a simple program? So we as individuals have to be focused and intentional about our career.
Our teachers equipped?
Well, we shall overcome. I'm not we shall overcome. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Because like as doctor mentioned, that if the government gives a direction that, okay, within this specific times, we will be bringing in, push into the country hybrid vehicles, and people have to learn how to go repair these vehicles. Our teachers, are they really equipped to be able to handle all of this? If we are talking about putting enabling environment on ground.
Well, I don't think they are really equipped now. So that is the place of personal effort. That, I've been talking about intentionality. If you try on your own to develop yourself, somehow luck will find you. And governments might not be doing as much as they are doing, but the little that they have done, let us try as much as possible to maximize it as individuals. And for instance, if I want to tell you my personal story now, I don't want to spill it all out here, but I can tell you that what I'm doing today is a product of, it's not like I want to become, let's say, a career consultant in training, but somehow I found a lacuna and I started to develop myself. I went to school, I studied, and I chose a career path. I want to say that our teachers too should not wait for only government alone. You understand? Government alone cannot do these things. Individually, we should strive on our own and also pray that our institutions should begin to work. When we have working institutions, I think things will fall in line naturally.
Whose responsibility it is for the institutions to work? Because we blame government for everything.
Government.
Dr. Fakponda.
Actually, let me articulate my view. From this show, we should be able to let government know that we need a skills and job bureau. In the 60s, there used to be labor exchange center in the Ministry of Labor, where they announce people who have vacancies for various jobs, and you can go there and register and get labor exchange. We used to have it. We need to have skills bureau in the government that will be gathering statistics on what obtains and what we obtain. And such a digest information will help people to, even if they have to take initiative on their own, they will now be guided by data that somebody has studied and aggregated. For now, many people are deciding in the dark, and they have no guidance. We still need government to set direction. For example, we are building trains. We need trains in the country eventually. So who are the drivers of the trains? Who are going to maintain the trains? We are not talking about it. There has to be a strategy plan, 5 years of train facility development in the country. Then people will start going to such areas in anticipation. Example now, government has made something now. They ordered 2,000 tractors at once. It was announced about 2 weeks ago. If they told Nigerians about a year ago that next year we are going to acquire 2,000 tractors, then you'll be a driver, you'll be a mechanic, you service.
Maintenance generally.
Maintenance, people will have, but now the tractors I'm sure are idle now, wherever they are. They brought 2,000 at once of tractors.
They're already in the country.
They're already in the country. It was launched publicly. So the skill required to manage those 2,000 tractors now is not there. Those tractors came in about a month ago. Farming season has already expired. It will be idle until next year. But is there any plan to advertise that, okay, we got 2,000. Are we getting 2,000 more next year?
That is a lot of money already dumped somewhere.
Are we getting 2,000 more next year? 2,000 more. So you have 10-year plan to maintain the tractors. People shall not go into schools now, agri mechanization, and acquire the skill because there is job waiting for them.
Will that be requiring legislation?
No, a civil service that wake up.
For the bureau.
ND is supposed to wake up, not Director of Employment. They're supposed to have bureau of skills to anticipate what government wants to do and say, look, 2 years' time, we are going to do this, we are going to do that. Then go and take courses 6 months in anticipation.
In here in Nigeria or outside the country?
Wherever.
Because bringing the tractors, they need drivers.
Even the spare parts.
They need spare parts.
Even the tools to...
Umudike, she'll also wake up where they produce some of these things.
Did they tell anybody they're bringing 2,000 tractors? Did anybody know they're bringing 2,000 tractors?
That is the challenge.
They just imported it, they paid the contractor, and the tractors are
and
there.
If Ajaokuta was functioning, some of these things would have been, the fabrications would have been done from there.
In fact, it could have been, there's a center called National Center for Agri-Mechanization in Ilorin. Did they consult them? No. Government just behaves as if... Anyway, we are trying to be positive. We need a skills bureau in the system of government of Nigeria that will articulate what... In fact, they look at all the budgets and see what the government is purchasing and see what requires skills to maintain it out of it, and then publish it as a digest for people to the university students, so that you know that, this government is going to do this. They are building airports all over now, and there are many airlines coming up. What about mechanics that repair the planes? Do we have?
And you still believe that they have to fly them abroad, go for the hangar? Dr. Raimi, are you there?
Yes, please.
You listen to our super, I don't want to call him daddy, he's a young boy.
Yes.
Dr. Fakbunda, honestly, sometimes when he talks, he gives me a knock at the middle of my head. Sometimes when he responds to my questions. Now, for young people, teenagers who are growing up in Nigeria, and today, they definitely will make a career choice. What is your advice for them?
My advice for them is to be focused and for them to be sure about their career paths. You know, when you are sure about your career path, like I said earlier from my presentation, that when you are building a career, you are building a legacy. You know, it's a collection, it's something that you do over a period of time. So you have to be sure about what you want and then go for it with all your might. And I believe that as you go along the line, things will get better. So just like Dr. Fakmunda said, by that time, I hope for young people coming up, by that time, I hope things will be better than this and they'll be able to maximize their potentials following their career. You know, we have so many people today who are bankers, who are career bankers. You know, some of them just started off as, let me just do 1-2 years here and I'll just get out. But before you know it, you know, they've been there 3 years, 4 years, and they are now career bankers. So just be focused and believe that you can achieve it.
We were all told all of this in the 80s when we were also coming out of secondary school. And today we are still discussing things like this. Dr. Fakbunda, where are we headed? What is the way forward?
Many careers...
Because we were told that we are the leaders of tomorrow.
Well, many of the things focus on has expired. I don't see why somebody should go and study accountancy now, to spend 4 years in university and then 3 years if I can. Your phone is now your accountant. You are getting inflow and outflow on your phone. You used to do 2 weeks before if you get paid a check-in, you need 2 weeks before the check can be confirmed those days. So you need the trial balance and no. Exactly. No, your computer, your phone is doing your balancing for you on debit and credit. So accounting now, to be a bursar unless in university, most schools don't need bursars anymore. Your phone is your bursar. So many things are expired.
AI has made everything expired.
Technology
not even expiring.
Many fields have become obsolete. They will still become obsolete. We used to have diaries, printers in the past. You don't need diaries anymore. If you fly before you buy flight ticket, they give you a folder.
Even now, if you're having a conference, you don't even need to be writing. Your phone, take all the notes.
So the work of printing calendar, diaries is already expired. Nobody does diary. Your phone has diary. Even you don't have wristwatch.
What about the ones who should hang on the wall now?
You don't even have wristwatch anymore because your phone has time. So many, you need to let people know all these things that are expiring so that you don't start learning it when the thing has already been overtaken by events. I will not learn accountancy now. I will not.
Are you hearing him? If you're watching out there,
I won't learn accountancy
for 4 years. So for parents who insist that their children must go do accountancy, what happens?
Well, there will be when you finish, you start hairdressing.
Oh my God.
That's going to happen. Seriously speaking, it's a serious matter. You know.
Now, today, driving has also taken a different dimension. Driving, I see graduate drivers. If you go abroad, it is only a certain set of category of men and women that can be employed. These days, the way it used to be that in the airline, for you to be an air hostess, the particular figure. And today, if you have to go to join Greyhound Bus in America, you must be 6 foot plus. They have a category. You must attain a particular figure and a particular educational background to be able to be employed in their system. Why are all of this lacking in the country? Because a few months ago, the FCT minister commissioned bus stops, and I expected to see the Minister of Transportation, the Minister of what again, to be part of that, where they bring in these buses like you just articulated, buses that will, use these bus stops. But I'm not sure we saw any of that. What exactly is happening? Is it that we as individuals, can't we also come up with ideas to help the government?
We didn't know what FCT minister was going to do. We didn't know when it's going. Did they announce in ahead of time to say we are going to do bus stations 1 year? You see, the essence of announcing budget in the past, when they read budget now, January 1, second, third, they will read the breakdown to educate Nigerians on what government is thinking because of the year. This day we don't hear what budget is. It's at the commission that we see projects commissioning. We don't know in advance. All those things that have been commissioned, nobody know that.
So what will happen to the bus stops?
Well, it will not be used for a while. It will be idle. The Bola Tinubu Commerce Center, it was not announced in advance that it's going to be renovated. We just saw it's going to be commissioned to be renovated. All that since Nigeria have been put on notice 2 years ago that we are going to refurbish this place. So, do you have skills for it? No, but they give the contract to a foreigner. So in doing things almost without any consultation, at the point you made now, Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of whatever, they are not in tune with what other ministries are doing. Everything just to award contract. The human element of it is missing in what you do nationwide. And human beings is the essence of life, not just to acquire hardware. The human wear is the most critical, and that is where skills. You must train people in advance of bringing in any facility. And that means you, as I said, you need this skills bureau. We need it to study all budgets of government and interpret it to the citizens for them to know. But now we don't know, and it's so disheartening.
Dr. Raimi, 30 seconds. Are you there? Dr. Raimi, 30 seconds on this last stage.
Okay. Yes, I have a message for parents. Please allow your children be whatever career they want to choose. Allow them and pray for them. You just need to pray for them. And I also have a message for the government. In our schools, let's start from the beginning. In our schools also, let's have career days. Let's bring up career days. Let's have counselors in schools whom children can go to and ask questions. So once government is able to do this from the beginning, it helps us not just in primary schools, even in secondary schools and universities. And with all this, it helps us to position ourselves for a brighter future.
Agreed.
Dr. Fakboda, who stopped all of this, Dr. Raimi just mentioned, because we had all of this from primary, secondary, and university. We had all of this.
In the past.
Yes.
But
so how did the whole thing become dysfunctional?
As I said, government is to harmonize and aggregate. Once you have that missing element, we're all on our own. And if you're on your own, you can't achieve much. If you work in synergy, you're better off. What the point he made now, we need to restore career day to invite people who are not the most. Look, Nigeria nation has so many retired people who are still 45, 50, 60. Let them be mentors to in all the schools. Give them little honorarium to go back and speak.
Thank you so much.
To children in all levels. Career talks should be formalized in Nigerian system.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you. Thank you, Dr. Raimi. Thank you, Dr. Akin Fakboda. Thank you for the opportunity again. It's always a delight to have the two of you as our guests.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, moderator. Thank you.
All right, the program continues in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Grab your seats and join us on the most fascinating 60-minute infotainment journey, showing on your favorite TV channel, Africa Independent Television, AIT. Analysis on topical national issues, news, sports, and entertainment are on the menu. It's a show you do not want to miss. It is The Sunday Show.
Wow. You can agree with me that our guests have done justice to the issues. What is left is for us to practice some of the things that we heard. Perhaps we may experience an improved and better life. Up next is Vibe Sound, Sports, Newsmaker segments. Please stay with us.
Hello, welcome to the Vibes and Views segment on the Sunday show. My name is Anu Awojabi. It's time to relax to some entertainment stories.
Big, I miss you so much. Come on, y'all. When I think of that day, that day you went away.
There are reports that President Donald Trump is giving serious consideration to a presidential pardon for the embattled American rapper Sean Diddy Combs ahead of his sentencing October this year. The potential pardon, however, hinges on the outcome of the rapper's upcoming bail hearing. Diddy has asked the judge to release him on a $50 million bond after several of his previous attempts to secure bail were declined. President Donald Trump had previously hinted at a possibility of a pardon for Sean Diddy Combs, noting that he would have to consider the facts first. The U.S. rapper was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution and could face up to 10 years in jail for each count. Just like yesterday, it's been 1 year since the passing of Nigerian legendary singer-songwriter, actress, human rights and social activist, journalist, politician, Onyeka Onwenu passed on July 30, 2024, aged 72. The Obosi Anambra State-born musician, who hailed from Arondizogu in Idiaton North local government area of Imo State, released her first album titled Endless Life in 1981, and her music embodied modern R&B with a fusion of highlife, Afrobeat, jazz, and even juju music, which endeared music enthusiasts. You and I will be as one. She has to her credit songs such as One Love, Hallelujah, Iyo Gogo, Bianolu, You and I, Ekwe, Dancing in the Sun, Weep Not Children, among other evergreen works. The elegant stallion, as he was fondly called, was laid to rest in Lagos on August 30th, 2024.
Team captain Rasheedat Ajibade proudly held the trophy aloft as she stepped off the aircraft, flanked by her teammates and top dignitaries, including the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau. Super Falcons left back Ashley Plumter expressed the pride in donning the green and white, saying representing Nigeria remains one of the best decisions of her career.
So overwhelming. Yeah, it's just a huge privilege, and I still can't believe it's not set in yet.
Will you say that this day you took the decision to represent Nigeria was one of the best?
100%. This is probably the best thing I've ever achieved. So yeah, 100%.
And how many of these do you want to achieve with Nigeria?
As much as I can.
NFF President Ibrahim Gusau praised the players for their exceptional performance and dedication throughout the tournament, while the Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Adewale Adeni, commended the team's resilience and discipline on the pitch.
It was 2-0 down. I'm aware a lot of people have even left their TV sets, but when the music turns, everybody comes back.
Share your experience with us when we were 2 goals down.
Well, you know, it's not going to be easy because the place I was seated is not a place that you can move. So it was a very tense situation for me. I don't even know how to control myself, but I try to manage myself to make sure that at least I control myself because I believe this is football and miracle can happen.
There's no better time to be a Nigerian than now. We feel so proud. Out there in Morocco, we stood with our shoulders high. We are happy that they listened to the instructions as given by the technical crew, and we had 3 goals to show for it.
Others who spoke to AIT Sports, including the Director General of the National Sports Commission, Bukola Olokpade, and the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, Festus Keyamo, attributed the Super Falcons' victory to what they call the never say die spirit of the Nigerian people.
That we are Nigerians, we persevere, we are fighters, we are great-minded people, and we deliver when it matters. I was in the stadium, and when it was 2-0, I said to Senator Ningi and Sunday Dare, former minister, I said, relax, we are not here to play, we are here to take our property, La Decima, and as Nigerians, today we will show the world, and we did.
Every sector of the Nigerian economy must display this kind of spirit. Every sector. And that is why you can see that despite all the problems we have faced, Nigeria is still standing on its feet. That many countries have faced the kind of problems we have faced. They have gone under. They have gone under. But not Nigeria. We are still standing on our feet. And that is the Nigerian spirit.
The Super Falcons claimed the historic 10th Women's AFCON title in style, scaling past all 3 nations, which finished on the podium at the 2022 tournament, including arch rivals South Africa, to further reaffirm their dominance in women's football in Africa. Laila Wal, AIT News, Abuja. The stage is set for another exciting football season in Nigeria as the Nigerian Premier Football League NPFL gets ready to kick off the 2025-2026 season on August 22nd. A move that aligns the league with the calendar of major football competitions across Europe. The announcement was made at the annual general meeting and official draws held on Monday, where stakeholders gathered to reflect on the league's progress and plan for the season ahead.
We also remain resolute in enforcing the NFF club licensing regulations, compelling clubs to meet minimum standards on pitch quality, stadium security, and television broadcast readiness. Sanctions were imposed where necessary, and alternate venues were mandated. Let me make it clear, in the coming season, compliance with infrastructure standards will be non-negotiable.
We therefore charge the Nigerian Premier Football League Board to ensure that licensing regulation is non-negotiable. Stadium safety and security is non-negotiable. Players' welfare and keeping to the contractual agreement between clubs and players is non-negotiable.
Deliberations centered on ways to build on the successes recorded in the last 3 years, particularly in restoring the credibility and competitive edge of the domestic league.
We are going to be focusing on developing the league, looking at the statistics, data management of this league. We're also going to be looking at more of publicity and awareness for the league. We're also going to be looking at training, because it's a continuous process. Capacity building is very, very important. The dynamics of the sports is changing every day, and the administrators must also change with trend.
With these reforms in place, the 2025 NPFL season promises thrilling matchups, renewed rivalries, and high-level football, starting with an opening day clash between defending champions Remo Stars and Rivers United on August 22nd.
Can we say we have really attained nationhood? Have we done the labors of our heroes past a great deal of favor? Have all the federal structures set up, the INEC, the Constitution itself, the courts, the Federal Character Commission, police, security agencies, the legislature, executive, judiciary? Can we say we have attained nationhood? Is the problem arising from the name given to us by colonialists who midwifed Nigeria the way they wanted it? Can we say it is because Nigeria was actually sold for £865,000 to the British by the Royal Niger Company, which actually controlled the territory of Nigeria. Is that a problem? Is it a problem of inferiority complex? Is it a problem of a name? Is it because of the Western world's spirit of revisionism, when they will want us to see the world through their binoculars, that made them to tell us that the River Niger was discovered by who? By Mungo Park. How can you discover a river where you met the natives, drinking the water, taking bath there? The natives were the ones who actually took you around before you even finally died of mosquitoes. Then you say you discovered that River Niger. That is a kind of narrative we are meant to imbibe. Great conquest, Vasco da Gama, William Wilberforce. Have we been able to shake up this stereotype, this toga of imperial control?
Yes, with the newsmaker, we are drawing the curtain on the show today. Don't forget to keep a date with us, same time, same station next week. Engage with us through our social media handles and watch the show at your own time on YouTube channel displaying on your screen. On behalf of the production team, I say goodbye. Once again, do have a fulfilled week. My name is Obi Ajuru Iwerumo. Bye now.